Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Appleton, Wisconsin for their old car show and swap meet, and man, this is a cool event. It's held at Pierce Park, huge park, and Appleton's a really nice town too. I'm telling you, this park, this show, there's some stuff here I've never seen. Let's get around and check all this stuff out. This is crazy. Tri-Power. Gee, this is nice.
Hey Dennis.
How you doing, man?
Doing great, thank you.
You know, I dig this show. I mean, this is a cool event. You got a lot of cars here.
There are well over 900 cars this year.
Man, and you know, Appleton is a really cool town too. There was a cruise in like Friday night or something. We stopped by, classic JD's drive-in or something like that.
Yes, JD's.
But man, how long have you been doing the show?
This is the 41st year.
Have you been involved with it for very long?
Since day one.
So have you always done it here in Pierce Park?
It's always been in Pierce Park. We've talked about moving it out because we could grow the show and get much larger, but we've chosen to keep it here because the people that bring their cars have been very outspoken about keep it in Pierce Park.
It's a beautiful park and it's huge. There's, like I said, it's close to 1,000 cars here, but there's room to get around. I mean, this is really nice. I like Wisconsin shows anyway because people are really into it, you know, and they're real friendly, and there's a lot of cars up here.
There are. I was just telling someone today, I said, I believe you can go anywhere in the city of Appleton, stand anywhere, and within 2 blocks, there'll be a collector car.
Well, funny you say that because that's exactly, you know, we got into town and it was kind of like that. It's like every few minutes someone would roll down College Street like, oh, hey, that's cool, or I haven't seen one of those in a long time, but it just kind of rolls by. Again, this is a big car hub. Let's go look at a few of these cars. What do you say?
Great.
Well, Cassie, this is really cool. This is a Power Wagon Wrecker dually. I've never seen one of these.
No, probably won't again either.
That's because they never made one of these,
Yes.
basically, right?
Yep.
What year is this?
It's a 1946.
But they never made the 6x6 version, right?
No, it was actually a military truck that
Oh,
we
really?
converted. Yep. When we bought it, somebody had already put a dump body on the back of it, and we took that off.
And went with the Wrecker.
And went with the Wrecker because
Man, oh, man.
what else do you do with the 6x6?
Yeah, what else? I mean, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like it was made this way. I mean, this is Power Wagon's so gnarly looking anyway, and then to put a dually, you know, 6x6 Wrecker on it. I mean, oh man. So you kept a pretty stock looking cab.
Yeah, tried to keep it as original as it would be.
Fiberboard kind of headliner.
Yep.
Those are so strange. And then you updated the gauges though.
Yes.
So you can actually drive it now though. You can actually use this now.
And go like 70 down the highway. Yeah.
Wow, because
Yeah,
these were not
works
known.
nice.
They were not known for 70 miles an hour.
No.
No, they weren't.
No.
What a great Wrecker bed. What vintage would this be?
The Wrecker is probably from the 60s.
60s?
Yeah.
And you just found the oldest
And
Wrecker you could?
Just found the oldest we could.
Was it a tough build? I mean, a tough conversion?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, we did it in 3 months. It wasn't. I mean, we really just wanted it done.
You did it in 3 months?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is interesting because it's kind of got this dual boom. What's the deal?
Yeah. So you can.
Oh,
from the
so you
side.
Either side.
Either
Check
side.
that out. And it just swings back in, right? All
And then
right,
just
well,
relatch it.
boom, and you hook it up. Wow. I know for a fact that you don't get 70 miles an hour out of the old Flathead 6, so let's go see what's under the hood.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 5.7 Hemi. You can get 70 miles an hour out of that.
Yes. Comfortably.
Wow, that strikes me as it would be a much bigger engine than the Flathead 6, but it's not as big a cram as I thought it would be.
Yeah. It does just fit though.
Just fit,
Yeah.
right?
There's not a lot of wiggle room down in there.
I bet at the Power Wagon Rally, this is a hit.
Yes, we took Best of Show last year.
Oh, no kidding?
We missed by 1 this year.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I dig this. 1946 Power Wagon 6x6 dually Wrecker. I love this truck.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Cassie.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So Lance, this is really a beautiful car.
Thank you.
I saw you rolling in from the front gate and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. And man, that tan top and this blue, it was just like beautiful color combination. This is a 51 Frazer, and it's really, was it the last year of Frazer?
Last year, Frazer.
Did it go away or was it absorbed by Kaiser?
I guess you could say it was absorbed Joe Frazer left the company. And then Henry Kaiser, the shipbuilder, continued on with his venture
I see.
building cars.
Well, they sure were proud of their crests back then, too. I mean, that insignia is pretty fancy.
Yeah.
What I noticed when I was standing here is there's almost a little bit of shark-nosed Graham in it.
Yep. Joe Frazer was part of that company.
Ah, okay.
So there is some of that carryover from Graham.
Oh, Henry J in it, too.
Absolutely. In 52 through 54, it looked very similar to this on a shrunken scale.
Is this an original color, stock color?
This is the original color.
I mean, this is beautiful.
Thank you. It's blue satin metallic.
You've obviously redone all the chrome on it. There's
Absolutely.
quite a lot of it, too.
Yes.
I mean, this is a big chunk right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yep.
Not only does it have a split windshield and kind of the heart windshield.
That 50, that
yeah.
Kaiser.
But it also has window frames that stay up when the windows are down.
Correct.
That's pretty weird.
Essentially, it was to give rigidity to the original hardtops. And then they carried it through to these, which were actually more of the show cars, getting people into the showroom, looking at the cars and trying to get them to buy a sedan.
How many did they make of these?
They built 134.
That's it?
There may be 30 left. There may be 15 to 20 on the road.
You've got the original leather, I'm assuming?
Correct.
I love that steering wheel.
Yes.
Is that restored or?
No, that's an original. That's
Wow,
the
man.
original one for this car.
And that is fancy, and the horn ring is fabulous.
Yeah.
The gauging is really nice. You've done everything back to the way it was.
Yes, everything is Kaiser Frazer specific.
This is a luxury cruiser. And these, I get a little bit of Kaiser Darren, it's certainly the same shape, and even the Kaiser Manhattans had something that's kind of like
They did.
this,
The
right?
the late Manhattans ran up the
Yeah.
fender line.
Even an interesting looking hood. So it's a Continental actually, right? They didn't make their own engine.
No, they did not. So it was
And-
used in even the checker taxi cabs, and it was used in
Right.
forklifts and
Yeah, I mean,
other applications.
It's a bulletproof engine. It
Correct.
Just, yeah. Is that an oil bath?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay, that goes over to a single throat carburetor?
Correct.
You got your intake stacked right on top of your exhaust over here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is great, Lance. A 51 Frazer Manhattan convertible. One
Correct.
of 140 some odd.
Yep.
Amazing. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Fabulous. So, Jim, you actually came in cruising in this 71 Vista Cruiser behind me, and I was like, oh man, it's cool. But your buddy was driving this van here, which my cameraman saw and went, oh man, that's the Emerald Express. I'm like, what's the Emerald Express? And apparently this is a famous van from back in the day. And this isn't even a tribute, this is the Emerald Express.
This is the Emerald Express.
So
yeah.
1970.
74 G20, so it's a heavy half. It's got 64,000 miles on it. Larry Warner bought this new in 74. It's got the original green and white under the paint, and him and his buddy painted it. So they did the lace work. There's hours and hours worth of lace work. They put all the paint on here, hand cut these letters, and it's been sitting like this since 74.
That is just crazy. And I mean, it was built for the show car circuit back in the day, right?
Yeah, he did. He used to take it to the indoor show circuit, so people in Pennsylvania would recognize this because he went around all those places. I got about 30 waist-high trophies from World of Wheels back in the day.
And of course, the interiors on these were just so ridiculously over the top.
If you like the outside, the inside will kick you. And this is all the shag from 74.
It's, oh, no
This is
kidding?
the way Larry did. He bought all this Cal Custom door handles and things.
Was the wood grain on the dash stock, or was that part of his customization?
Larry did that. He hand cut all that. His wife made the curtains. Those are the original curtains from back in 74.
Well, those, I mean, that's like 74 wood paneling.
Right.
That's basically what that is, isn't it?
He might have got her right out of the basement.
Out of the rec room.
That's right. That's right.
And it's like, it's party central, even the driver's
The driver's
seat
side
swivels.
swivels too. Yep, that's right. The spare tires under the hassock.
Oh, are you kidding me?
We got a little bit of a ice box there. The TV I've never fired up, but I don't know if you'd get a signal on that
Probably
anymore.
electrocute yourself if you try.
That's right.
Does it have a stereo?
It's got this 8-track player, which works. It's got 12 speakers in here, and they sound terrible.
Of course they do.
Like they did in 74, you know. CB works. It's got the PA speaker under the hood. So Larry put all this together, and it's just been sitting like this since.
So there wasn't even that much restoration involved?
I
You
didn't
just
do a
clean
thing to
up?
it. Nobody's done it. Yeah.
Are
it's
you
a-
serious?
Yep. Black light up there. There's a little Vox box speaker.
Which, oh,
up.
pulses to the
It
music?
pulses to the music.
Oh,
It's like 70s 3D. Yep. Yep.
oh, this is just hilarious. When you take this someplace, it's just got to be a magnet.
It's crazy. It's like driving a circus around. People
Yeah.
just attract to it. If I go down the highway, there's truckers beeping their horns and bikers giving me the peace sign. And It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And it's powered by what, a 350?
354 barrel, yep. So it's all the original engine in there, original drivetrain. Of course, Larry put the thrush side pipes on back in '74, and they still work. They
Have you been
sound
branded?
good.
Everybody gets
I
branded.
have been branded. Last year I got branded, I learned, yep. Now I tell anybody that's driving it, you better watch out for the pipes. So
This thing is awesome. So 1974, Emerald Express.
Emerald Express.
Unbelievable. The real
Dennis,
deal.
Yeah, thanks.
Yowza.
It's fun.
Luke, a Saab. A Saab Sonnet or Sonnet?
We'll go with Sonnet for the day.
Sonnet. So this is a 1974, right?
Yes.
I remember when these came to the U.S. and there was the RX-7 and there was the 240Z, kind of that same era, kind of the same body lines, but it's really, it's its own thing for sure.
It sure is.
It's so narrow. A fiberglass body, is that right?
Correct. Fiberglass body.
And they were made in Sweden.
Yep.
Did you extend the nose, or was that the nose of this car?
It had a big, giant,
Ugly.
really heavy, ugly bumper on it, and I thought that maybe we didn't need that so much.
I would have to agree with you. That is a really striking nose, and I think I never noticed it because of that big clunky bumper that they typically
It
had.
blocked all the good parts.
Yeah,
It really did.
Yeah. Have you done any other mods? I mean, you've updated the headlights, it looks. But
It had the flip-up headlights, and I felt that it didn't need those also. It was a big aerodynamic problem.
yeah.
Right.
The interior is kind of surprisingly roomy. And is that the correct upholstery for the era?
This is?
Really kind of a 70s Euro-looking dash. So what's this guillotine there by the?
That's the seatbelt, and like Saab likes to do is keep everything simple, and you just kind of cross it in there.
So that was your shoulder harness and your belt. Wow.
Yep.
So is it what? It's a 4-speed? Is that what it came with?
Four-speed, yep.
Man. Now, they didn't originally have the sunroof, did they?
Nope, the sunroof was added by the previous owner.
And you got a fuel cell in it.
I put a fuel cell in it just to make it more enjoyable and take out some of the headaches of an old car.
Otherwise, stock back here.
Pretty close, yep. It also had a big, giant, ugly bumper.
Ugly bumper there too, huh? Let's go look at the power plant that gets this thing around.
Let's do it. Well, this is the European Ford Motor Company. It's a V4, which they changed to after the 3-cylinder 2-stroke.
Yeah, because it was 2-stroke and it was only 3 cylinders. It's got that offset valve cover like that 6-cylinder Ford.
It is
had.
that 6-cylinder, only they cut off a couple cylinders.
And that's the same engine otherwise?
Same block otherwise.
That is amazing. So these are rear-wheel drive?
Front-wheel drive.
They're front-wheel drive.
Yeah, and the weird part is it goes engine, differential, then transmission.
How does that happen?
Right.
So 1974 Saab Sonett
Sonnet.
3.
Correct.
Thanks for bringing it out, Luke.
My pleasure.
That is a cool car. Well, Eric, this is a neat car and kind of rare.
A little bit rare.
A little bit rare. Most people don't even know what it is. This is a 76 Capri II.
A Capri II.
It's actually a German car.
Yes, they were made in Germany and imported here from about 71 to 76 and marketed as the sexy European sports car.
This was the last year they imported.
Yes.
And the body changed in the last 2 years, correct?
Yes.
So the first one's same roof line, but what was different?
Same roof line, but they had sort of a hockey stick shaped molding on the side and a fake vent in front of the rear wheel. So they took that off and just made it a little more modern looking.
So these flares are fiberglass?
Flares are fiberglass. They did some aftermarket kits in the 70s so people could make their own clones, but one of the telltale signs is that each fiberglass fender flare has a Ford logo stamped in it.
And they were pretty raw inside originally, or were they fully decked out?
No, they were
interior?
fully decked out.
They were, right? You just
I
raced this up, right?
Yeah, I had some fun with this, and instead of spending money on reupholstering things, I just gutted it, spent money on gauges.
And I imagine the spoiler was part of the
Spoiler is
kit?
part of the kit.
Those were the stock tail lights too.
Stock tail lights.
And dual exhaust, but it came with either a 4 or a 6, but I don't think even the 6 was dual, was it?
No,
Okay.
the dual exhaust was an upgrade on the RS version.
So this thing's been kind of souped up a little bit under the hood. Let's go see what you did.
Little bit.
So is that a steel hood? Still a
Steel hood.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, that's such a compact 6-cylinder engine.
It is. It's nice. It's just easy to work on, and we had it rebuilt, had it bored out 30 over, increased the compression, mid-grade race cam, had some custom headers made, and found a rare Offenhauser 4-barrel intake.
Yeah,
so
where'd you find that?
Found it online. Had
No
to pay a pretty
kidding.
penny for it,
bet.
but for the luxury of sucking a lot of gas real quick.
Well,
But
what more can you ask
know.
for, right? What always struck me about this engine was the offset on the valve covers. They're staggered.
Yep. I was told that the V4s and the Saab Sonnets are essentially the same engine, just took two
lopped
cylinders
off two cylinders?
Yep.
Is that right? How about that? Well, and you've got to be the only kid on the block that's got one.
Yes. It
I mean-
gets a lot of attention at the stoplights. People not knowing what it is.
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and to answer that question, it's a 1976 Ford Capri II RS.
Correct.
Wow, thanks for
It's a
bringing it out,
mouthful.
man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool car. Oh man, the old car show and swap meet here in Appleton, Wisconsin is an absolute kick. And I'm telling you, before it's all said and done, there are 1,000 cars here. You gotta come up to Wisconsin and check this baby out. Hi-ya!